Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's a Halloween video. If you've been with my channel for any amount of time, you know I love Halloween. I always do a Halloween video. I like to do Halloween themed food. I don't throw like big parties or anything, but I do like little family parties. And we just enjoy that. It's just fun. That's all it's for, is for fun. So what we're doing today is I'm going to show you how to take like a normal dinner and just kind of Halloween theme it. It doesn't have to be difficult. This isn't a big to-do. All of the Halloween stuff that I've done in the past is very easy. And, you know, I want to say quick. It's quick for like a Halloween themed thing. But I feel like I'm, you know, poking around at it all day. But it does take time to like film it and set it up and stuff. So if you did this in your kitchen, it'd probably take, you know, not as much time. So it is a fun way, especially if you have kids. I try to make these fun for my kids. If I was doing an adult party, I might, you know, choose some different options, but this is definitely more on the kid side, so it's fun for them, but I think it's fun for the adults too. I really enjoy doing it, and if you feel like this is something that you'd be into, let's get into it. It doesn't have to be a big deal, although my shirt's a big deal. Look at this. I used to have one like this and it was so ripped up that I finally replaced it, and I'm happy with this. I don't think mine had a spider web before, and I got these cute earrings. These were just in my jewelry box, but I love Halloween, so there we go. All right, so we're gonna start off. What we're doing today is making chili, which I've made already, and then we're gonna have cornbread, and then we'll have a couple of like dessert things. So we're gonna make toe chili. I've already made the chili. The chili is any kind of chili, like just make your chili and then we're gonna turn it into toe chili. That's how we're doing this. And I actually take it back. We're going to start with the cornbread because that's gonna take the longest in the oven. So let me get the oven going. All right, I bought these molds at Michael's. I actually picked up some from Amazon. They were pretty much the same. I still have them over there, but I just compared them. I think these are a little bit bigger and they were a little cheaper. So I was at Michael's. I also had like a $5, I had two $5 off Michael's coupons. So these came out cheaper than Amazon, and I'm gonna send the other ones back. But this is what we're using. I'm gonna make cornbread. And then that's it. Like take your cornbread, put it in a fun mold, and then you have Halloween cornbread. This recipe for cornbread is so good. It's our absolute favorite in my house. It is one that I found online. I can list it or post it in the description box. I have kind of morphed it, you know, throughout the times that I've made it. So it's a little bit different what I do with it, but the original recipe is still quite good. So I'll post that below. So I make this all the time. It's way better than like Jiffy or even the Famous Dave's cornbread. It's excellent. So give it a try if you're looking for some good cornbread. It's super easy too. These silicone pans, my words of advice for silicone, make sure you wash them first, hot soapy water, get that kind of silicone-y taste out of it, and then make sure you spray them really well. Like let them dry after you wash them and then spray them really well, and you'll have a good time with them. They're so much fun. And then make sure that you put them on the pan. Don't do what I did, but put them on the pan first before you fill them, because otherwise it's floppy and it kind of makes a mess. But, you know, I really like these pans, and I'm so happy with how these corn skulls turned out. They're so cute. So normally when I do chili, I make 2 batches of cornbread. I think today what I'm going to do is make 3 because I want to make jalapeno and cheddar batch. But I only have 2 pans, so I'll have to just cook these and then have the next one mixed and ready to go. So it's not, I mean, this whips up super fast. It's not a big deal. Okay, so of course I don't have cheese shredded. So I'll just shred that up quick. I'll cut all this out so you don't even have to look at it. I do have a little bit here. I'll just toss it in. So I'm just gonna throw in like a handful of cheddar. I'm not measuring it. I don't have a recipe for this. And then toss in some jalapenos and a little of the jalapeno juice. there's that. It smells really good. I hope they taste good. Okay, I didn't spin the muffins. They look fine. And I remember too, the last time I disturbed them, they all fell, so I'll just leave them. Okay, so here's the toes. We got the chili. So, as I was saying before, make whatever chili you want. Like, your chili, if you make it out of a can, if you make it yourself, that's all great. The point is to have some sort of chili. And then we're gonna turn these into toes. So these are the Hillshire Farms Little Smokies, and they kind of look like a fat big toe, which my sister said, I was telling her about this, and she was like, are you gonna do like the big toe, like that story from Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark? And I was like, I don't know why I never thought of that. Like, I literally do a Halloween video every year, and I never thought to do the Scary Stories, which I love. I love those. I thought the movie was hilarious. Like, I don't know what my problem is, but I think I'm gonna do that next year, so there might be some sort of like toe soup again. So what I did was I just cut a piece off the top to look like the nail, and then you cut a little bit to make it look like the knuckle. And then what my plan is to throw it in the air fryer for just a few minutes so that it kind of singes it a little, and then it looks like a burnt toe. This is also super similar to the finger dogs that I made. I just had a short up, I don't know when it posted, but my first Halloween video I did, I made finger dogs and put them on a bun with cheese and stuff, and the kids thought they were really fun. My littlest son was baby. You can hear him like, you know, making baby noises in the background. And I don't think he would even know or care that I did that at that time, so this will be fun for him. This is kind of time consuming. So that's what I was talking about. These aren't like super quick, but they're easy and they're fun. I'm hoping that just by slicing these that it'll give it that knuckle look, because cutting the little pieces out is kind of taking too long. You want to see the toes, Grayson?
What?
Do you want to see the toes?
Want me to go over there?
Sure.
Okay. It won't kill me if I go over there.
No, it won't. They look like toes.
No. I'm getting out of this place.
Does it look like toes?
No.
No, what does it look like? You want to see the toes?
Yes. Oh my god. I think you should add like the toe marks.
They're in there.
They are?
I'm hoping that once it cooks a little, get your hair away from my counter. Once it cooks a little, I'm hoping that it opens up.
Yeah, those kind of look like the fingers you did.
Yep. You remember those?
Yeah, those were so delicious.
All right, so here's our bucket full of toes. I'm gonna throw them in the air fryer and just let them, I don't know, like 5 minutes, and just let them kind of brown up a little. And then all these little scraps, I'm going to just throw into the chili. The cornbread is done. It looks delicious. So I'm gonna get this cleaned off, turn them out onto a cooling rack, and then get this last batch in. All right, let's see if the oil worked. Oh, they're so cute. Oh, I didn't even get that on my little camera. Oh my, these are so cool. Look at, isn't that amazing? And that was such an easy way to just make them Halloween. I love it. I'm gonna respray this and get the last one in.
It doesn't look like.
They look like heads, like skulls.
Those are the.
Don't touch them.
Okay.
show you one in just a second, okay?
What are those?
Same thing, but this has jalapenos in it.
Yeah. I think I'm only gonna eat one of those.
That's fine. These are more for like me and Daddy.
What?
These are for me and Daddy.
Those ones?
Yep.
Only?
I'll get these in the oven. And then dinner's almost done. Oh, the toes are done. Oh, that worked so good. I wish I had another camera. It's really hard to like switch back and forth. Okay, so this did exactly what I wanted it to do. You can see all of the little toe lines on it. They are so cute. Well, you'll see the close-up. They're so cute. I love them. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I don't know if I should mix them all in. I know what I'll do. Okay, and I'm gonna mix a few into the chili so that they're in there, you know, like in there. And then I'm gonna save some for like garnishes. But I do want them to cook a little. I guess they did cook in the air fryer, so it's not a big deal. Oh, they're so cute. I can't wait for you to see this. So cute. Okay, I'll just mix them all in. I should make this my thumbnail. All right, so I've still got a little time. Where's my cover? There it is. Okay, I did say 4 toes to put in the kids' bowls. I'm gonna make Rice Krispie treats. To make them simple, I'm just gonna mold them, but I am gonna do one other thing. But that's the basis of this, is Rice Krispie treats. So let's get started on that. This recipe is basic. It's just the one off the box. I added a little bit more marshmallows than you would normally, and I just mixed in whatever Rice Krispies. What I was doing, and I thought it was very clever, was to take these freeze-dried strawberries and I crushed them up into powder. So I wanted the brains and the hearts to look like they were bloody, and I thought that it would be a great idea to take a little bit of the strawberry powder and put it into the mold, and then it would just have like this red top on it. The strawberry powder was quite good on the Rice Krispies, but as far as like how these looked, Rice Krispies do not mold very well. Maybe if I had like a metal pan and I could really press them in there hard, it would have worked. But in these silicone pans, it didn't translate very well and they just kind of look like blobs. But that's okay. I thought they tasted really good. I would definitely make them again. I think I would try to mix the strawberry powder in, but I don't think I'd use the mold to try to shape them because it just didn't hold. You know, every time I do a Halloween video, there's always one recipe that kind of is a flop, and I guess this was that recipe. So everybody ate them. They actually went probably by the next day. They were gone because like my husband got a hold of them and he loved them and the kids were eating them. Like they were a hit. They just didn't look like brains and hearts, so it was whatever. Okay, this thing is going to be Buckeyes. They're those little peanut butter balls. I never knew why they called them that. I was glancing briefly a moment ago, and it says something about there being a Buckeye tree. Maybe I'll put a blurb up about that. I guess that's why they're called Buckeyes. Whatever recipe for Buckeyes that you have, everybody seems to have one, or they're all over the internet. I can post one. Okay, so if you want the recipe for this, I've got 2 cups of peanut butter, 2 sticks of butter. And again, you can use whatever you normally use for like a peanut butter ball kind of thing. I know there's like protein balls out
how
there.
am I gonna get a ball?
Go around the back of me.
Okay.
There's peanut butter protein balls. There's different variations of this recipe. So you can really use whatever, but this is the one that I grabbed.
Vacuum comic web.
All right, and this says to blend it until they're homogeneous. Make sure you fling peanut butter everywhere. It's part of the recipe. And make sure you grab a bowl that's not big enough. Okay, then it's a splash of vanilla. And then it says 5 cups of powdered sugar. And I'm all out of like cup measuring cups. So just go after it like this. And it's not gonna fit in my bowl anyways. I think for these, I'm using the stand mixer next time. This was such a mess, and I don't know why I grabbed the tiny bowl. I guess I didn't quite appreciate how much 5 cups of powdered sugar would be. Also, 5 cups of powdered sugar is insane. I didn't even get to 5 cups, and they were so incredibly sweet that it was almost to the point of being gaggy. They weren't gaggy. I ate quite a few of them, but almost. I think I ended up putting in like 4.5 cups, and I might even cut it down further than that next time. So if you do pull a recipe off the internet, or if you take the one that I post, the powdered sugar needs to be cut down a little because they were way too sweet. Ooh, these are very sweet. I didn't even put all the sugar in. They're very sweet. Okay, hopefully I don't have peanut butter on my face. Here's what I'm gonna do with these. I'm gonna take a scoop, small scoop, because they're very rich. I'm gonna scoop out a ball, and then I'm gonna roll it so it kind of looks like a finger. See? Like a pointy witch finger. And I'm just gonna do that with all of this. So that'll take a minute. It'll help too. My plan is to freeze these if you put an indent where the nail goes, because we've got slivered almonds to put on there. So that'll help kind of just give it a place to go. Maybe I'll put the almonds on right away. I was gonna dip the whole thing in chocolate, but I think maybe I'll just dip the back end with all sliced almonds. Pick out whichever ones look good. Oh yeah, that's cool. So these are basically done. I'm gonna throw them in the freezer so that when I put the chocolate on, they don't fall apart. They're pretty soft right now. And then I think everything's done. I'll just have to get the table set. This is the last bit that I have other than finishing up the fingers, but those have to freeze for a little bit. I'm going to be making some Halloween punch. Ooh, I kind of read through a few recipes and grabbed a bunch of ingredients, and I'm just gonna go with what I'm vibing with. I do have an actual recipe for a cranberry punch, so I'm gonna save this and make that punch specifically, but that's not today's. Okay, so I think we'll start with some pineapple juice. This is 0 sugar because we have enough sugar. So we'll do some of that. I'll just finish off the container. And then I have strawberry lemonade, which is also 0 sugar. These are the ones, like, I keep this around, and then I normally have the fruit punch version of this, which I really like. And then when I saw this one, I thought that'd be really good. And then I've got limeade, which I'll just put a splash in there. Then I've got 0 sugar 7-Up for some boobles. This was a little thing I got from Walmart. It was the ice tray, and then there's little eyeball gummies. You just fill it with water, or I think I filled this with lemonade, and then you freeze it. Which I thought was cute, but they're not floating. So that's a flame. You can't even see the eyeball. That's okay. When they start to melt, it'll be cute. And then I picked up some gummy fangs. Throw a few of those in there. Those don't float either. And then I've got some of these juice-filled Monster Splash fruit snacks. And none of this floats. I totally thought these would float and be really cute, but they're not doing that, so that's okay. This punch tasted pretty good. The kids really liked it, and they thought all of the monster chunks in there were really fun. They were trying to get the little eyeballs out and stuff, so monster part punch, monster chunk punch. We thought it was fun. I think everything's done. Get the table set up.
What is this?
Punch.
That's soda.
There's soda in it. Get out of here. Come on.
Oh, it's coming soon. Is that blue? I want the blue one.
Okay, cool. Fingers have been in the freezer for a little bit. They're hard enough. I'm gonna take chocolate chips. These are semi-sweet because these are pretty sweet. So we'll do these and then a little bit of oil in the microwave.
Eat one.
Okay, I'm gonna take the Rice Krispies out. See how these turned out. They kind of look like a heart. Guess they didn't work as well as I wanted them to. So I'm a little disappointed with these. I'm sure they'll taste fine, but they don't really look like brains and hearts. I got the chocolate pretty smooth. I think doing the bottom half of the finger was a good move. They were quite rich, like I mentioned before. They were delicious. I think having them completely covered in chocolate probably would have made a big mess, but these were really good. I'd definitely make them again. Okay. There's the fingers. I think they turned out pretty cute. All right, here's how we turned out. Lots of toes in there.
I like the toes.
The toes, the toes, the toes.
And
Anybody for
some
punch?
fangs. Yes, I would like some fangs. Punch.
Try your stuff.
I have a toe in mine.
Ooh, that punch is good.
You like it? You like the punch, Grayson?
Yeah.
You like the chili? You like the toe chili?
Love it.
Excellent. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed everything. This was so much fun to do. I'll pop up a couple other videos or the Halloween playlist if you're interested in that. And I will catch you next time. If you made it this far, leave me some toes in the comments if you can find them. All right, catch you next time. Bye.